Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another installment of Scott's Selections here for Monday, July 8th. Before we get into today's video, we'll quickly recap what happened yesterday. We had no plays on anything. We had a couple leans in baseball, which seemed to go fine, but overall, game was pretty much the day in the sports world was pretty much dominated by soccer, as the U.S. women were able to win, and as the U.S. men once again were able to disappoint any Americans who actually care about soccer, which is about 1% of the population, as they ended up losing to Mexico 1-0 in that game. Personally, I thought that Mexico would win, but I didn't give any leans for that, so don't even bother. Overall, though, there is nothing going on in baseball today besides the home run derby, and I'll give out my leans on that. But we do have a play of the day on Summer League basketball, and I'll be sharing that play with you right now. And we're going to be taking the Boston Celtics against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and we like the Boston Celtics -1.5, which is available at Bovada at -110 at time of recording on Monday, July 8th, roughly 11:12 Eastern Time. Main reason why we like the Celtics here in this one is simply just comparing the rosters. The Cavaliers made headlines during the draft when they were able to acquire some solid pieces in Kevin Porter Jr., as well as Garland, as well as Windler. However, Windler did not play in the team's last game, and the Cavaliers have already announced that Kevin Porter Jr. and Garland will both not be playing at all in the Summer League. So this team is not nearly at full strength with regard to the amount of rookies on the roster that should have a lot of impact because of the fact that, two of their best players are not going to be playing. If you look at the actual roster the Cavaliers are boasting, you have Naz Matru-Long, who was pretty solid in the team's last game from Iowa State. But overall, as you look through the actual lineup, really not much to report here. Not that many great players. I mean, you got some people like Malik Newman. You got some people like Dean Wade, for example, from Kansas State, if you remember him. But overall, the Celtics lineup has definitely been better, and I definitely think the Celtics should be bigger favorites than 1.5. I'd recommend taking them now. They've already went up from being a 1-point favorite to a 2-point favorite, and I expect them to close at roughly 4 or 4.5. If you just look at how the Celtics have played recently in the Summer League, they've looked really good. If you look at their lineup, you have people like Carson Edwards, who's a great Taco Falls, an entertaining guy at 7'6", who's going to play roughly 15 minutes. You also have Romeo Langford, their first-round pick, who is in the lineup. You have Tremont Waters, who's looked really good, point guard from LSU. Robert Williams has looked great, center from A&M. He's definitely looked like a very solid player in the Summer League, at least. And overall, I just simply think that the Celtics have a better overall roster. They also have Elmore. They also, from Marshall, can shoot the lights out of the gym. Got Aaron Harrison. Flashback to the Harrison twins at Kentucky. Overall, I just simply think the Celtics have a better overall team, and I think that the Cavaliers, if Porter, Windler, and Garland were playing, I'd easily take the Cavs, but I don't think any of them are going to be playing. 2 out of the 3 are guaranteed not to play, with Windler being a question mark after not playing in the team's last Summer League game. So overall, I don't think this line makes any sense. It's on a neutral court, so there's no home court or anything like that. But I simply just like the way the Celtics have played so far in the Summer League. Thanks, Yo-Yo. I appreciate it. But overall, the play of the day will be on the Celtics -1.5, which is available at Bovada at -110. And I'd recommend taking that now as money continues to pour in on the Celtics this early morning. I bet it myself already, so just keep that in mind. Other than that, the only other thing I'm going to be giving lean on tonight is on the home run derby. Some people, if honestly, pretty much everyone already knows that Christian Yelich has already withdrawn from the event with a back injury, as he was the number 1 seed entering the event. However, I didn't have him winning in the first place. He's been replaced by Matt Chapman, and for me, in terms of value, I see 3 plays here that I personally like, and they're all related. I'm not going to count these to my personal record. They're just my leans on the contest, but I think there is some good value on there. The first of all, the 2 main people that I like for this event are Pete Alonso and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And the main reason why I like the 2 of those is some people forget about the bonus rule, which is the fact that if you hit X amount of home runs, I believe it's 2 now, over 445 feet, you end up getting bonus time for your home run derby. And simply put, I think Alonso and Guerrero will easily reach that total. I'll get into that in a second, but I'm just going to finish talking about the home run derby here. So based on that, Chapman, I know he's had a great year. I know he's a great third baseman, but he shouldn't be in the home run derby for me. I know he's been solid, but Guerrero Jr. at -125 in the first round on 5 dimes, I think is too good to pass up. So my first lean on the home run derby will be Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to win the quarterfinal matchup against Matt Chapman, which is available at -125 on 5 dimes. I think Guerrero Jr. will be a live dog for this contest. There's a reason why he's one of the favorites, and I simply think that if you've seen any of his batting practice showcases, the man just puts on a show. He just absolutely hits some bombs into the bleachers, and I think that he's going to easily get past Chapman. So that will be my first lean on that one. My second one is actually, I'm going to stick to 5 dimes. They have a very thorough prop base here. My second one will actually be on let me just go through this. I want to get the exact line. It's on Pete Alonso to make it to the finals, and I'm trying to find out what that was. I believe from what I saw, it was at roughly plus 170, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm just looking through this. Sorry, but I still like, as I'm searching for the line here, yeah, I see Pete Alonso here to reach the Home Run Derby finals at plus 170. Simply put, I understand the concept of Carlos Santana being the hometown player, and I know that worked out for Bryce Harper last year, who ended up winning. But overall, I never really thought of Carlos Santana as a home run hitter exclusively. I know that he's a solid hitter, but at the same point, I simply just think Alonso's a different animal. I know he set the National League rookie record for most home runs by the All-Star break. I think he's just a monster. I think same logic applies from Guerrero. I think he's going to be able to reach that home run distance bonus with ease. I think Alonso's going to hit a couple of them at least 480. I think he's going to crush this thing. So for me, at plus 170, you're worried about Josh Bell, and I get that. But for me, I personally think Alonso is just going to put on a show, and I think Alonso is going to hit double-digit home runs in every single round that he's in. I think he's going to hit. I think he's going to lead the field in total home runs for me in this tournament. I think that in this tournament format, I should say, and I will take Alonso to reach the Home Run Derby finals, which is available at plus 170 at 5 dimes. And the last one that I'm going to be going into, I'm sure you could have pieced it together, but I don't know who's going to win the finals, but Guerrero Jr. versus Pete Alonso in the finals of the Home Run Derby is currently plus 534, and that will be the last prop lean I'll give out on the Home Run Derby. I think Guerrero is going to cruise through his section. I think Alonso will have a little bit of a more difficult time because of the fact he's going up against Josh Bell, most likely. But overall, I don't think it really matters. I think you're looking at Alonso versus Guerrero in the finals. And if that ends up coming true, regardless of who wins, that pays out at plus 534 on 5 dimes. So those will be the 3 leans I'll give out on the Home Run Derby. Now, question from Yo-Yo in terms of Wimbledon. I was actually going to make a video last night, but I ended up having some friends come over to play poker, and the degenerate gambler I am came out as I ended up playing poker for like 5 hours and did not end up making a video. It's unfortunate because I personally liked Batista Agut to roll through pair, but I didn't give that out, so that doesn't matter. But overall, sorry about that. I'm going to look to resume Wimbledon coverage either tonight or tomorrow. It will be a little bit tricky because I am going on a road trip to Maryland, so I will be traveling all day today, but I should be able to get back sometime in the mid-afternoon, so I will look for a tennis video later. Other than that, though, play of the day will be on the Celtics, -1.5, which is available at Bovada at -110. And other than that, quick reminder of our sponsor, PointsBet, online sportsbook in New Jersey, a couple of great deals for you. Up to 2 risk-free bets up to $1,000. So if you end up betting on Summer League, you're betting on Home Run Derby, and you end up losing, then you get your money back and don't have to worry about making up that dent in your bankroll. Other than that, though, that's going to do it for this installment of Scott Selections here for Monday, July 8th. Good luck to all of you and your respective bets today. Thanks, Yo-Yo. I appreciate it. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.